Hello and welcome back to Eerie Covenant. I wanted to say welcome to all of my new subscribers and hello to all my OG subscribers. So today I want to go over bodily fluids and how you can use them in your spells or rituals and why they can be useful. So blood, urine, semen, saliva, all can be powerful tools to help you in your craft. It is an ancient form or method used by many traditions. In other traditions, it's a bit taboo, but feces, tears, hair, pubic hair, and nail clippings are all also used. Those who wish to use these tools in a spell should be familiar with a bit of folklore or hoodoo traditions, just for research purposes. It doesn't hurt to gain a little more knowledge about history. And let's talk about each one of these. How you can use them and why you should. First, we will talk about blood. Some sources of blood are said to be more powerful than others. But blood is one of the most powerful things you can use. It is believed that blood is our life force and the source to the soul. So it is said that possessing a drop of blood from somebody gives you the power over that person. You can either manipulate the person or their emotional state, curse and hex them, or spell them. The blood of the gladiators who were killed in the arena were used to be consumed by the Romans. If someone in the 18th century was rich, successful, or an important person and they had died, the townspeople would gather in the street to collect their blood and ingest it, thinking that they could absorb the deceased's energy or their success and take in the magical properties of their blood. Truth is, your blood is powerful and holds magical properties of various uses. Menstrual blood is often used for love and fertility rituals. It's said that if someone consumes a drop of menstrual blood, that he or she will love that person passionately forever. And in some of the traditions, men will not eat things like spaghetti or other things that they could not tell if there was a drop of blood in or not, because they knew that in turn they could be spelled. So menstrual blood has also been used in to anoint amulets and idols for love and fertility. Spells, for example, you could use a lodestone to use in a love or bonding ritual along with the menstrual blood. Some use the blood or vaginal secretions and semen to keep their lover faithful. The goal to having one ingest blood is to have the witch's soul and scent enter the person's consciousness. So it's believed that if someone was to ingest a witch's blood, that we would have an energy into their consciousness and be able to control and manipulate that. But blood is very effective in almost anything that you can work with. Next is vaginal fluids. It's the best alternative to menstrual blood. Used in coffee and tea and love spells and generated by an orgasm, gives the energy needed for the desired effect. Semen. Male witches may use it to attract or control a woman, and women may use or steal it to keep a man faithful, but the woman must obtain the semen without intercourse or orgasm, because it can alter her spell or mix her up in it, so to speak, and fall victim to her own spell. I have used semen in a ritual from a willing participant. It wasn't for love, it was to give birth to new beginnings, and it was actually effective. Urine. In voodoo, urine is called chamberlae or water. One of the oldest forms of root work traditions was for a male to have a female urinate on or in his mojo bag for luck. And if they're a gambler, she would urinate on his lucky hand. This was called feeding the mojo. Urine is used in coffee and tea love spells when the intention is to bind a lover. Boiling a person's urine was believed to determine bewitchment. And the urine is then used to effect cures for a curse. Witch cakes were once made with urine to treat a host of ailments, if that sounded too much like element. I am not with it today, guys. Anyway, they were used for a smallpox treatment in the 17th century, using as ingredients rye, barley, herbs, water, and a cup of baby urine. Then it was fed to a dog. If the dog shuddered, then it would cure the victim. Urine is also used in hexing and cursing and other forms of magic as well. I used urine once in a curse. That seemed effective. Nails and hair. It's associated with strength, and in folklore magic, power is bound in the hair. Shaking hair increases the power, and cutting it diminishes the power. Pubic hair is especially powerful in love charms and bags. Nails have been long associated with demons. For centuries, hair and nails safe disposal was practiced, so it could not be used against one by burying it. It was even said that Aleister Crowley would dispose of his hair and nails in a certain way by burying it where nobody could find it. Feces. I know. They're used in spells to destroy someone's life, cause illness, or even death. Bodily fluids are a strong bonding agent, but can be used for a variety of intentions for spells. Blood is also used in pacts, and soon I will be doing a video on blood pacts. Bodily fluids are used a lot in jar spells and witch bottles, cursing and hexing, love and fertility, luck and prosperity, and power for one over another. Your body is a vessel, and it carries power and magic throughout. So it makes sense that bodily fluids can be useful in witchcraft. So lastly, we have spit or saliva, one of my favorites to use. Saliva is thought to be controlling, which is where the spitting is rude thing came from and to begin with. Saliva brings magical properties of protection and ability to dispel negative energy. Spit in the direction of the threat to dispel negativity. If you do not know where it is coming from, then you spit over your left shoulder. Spit can be intended for luck as well, and will transmit your intent in the direction you need it to go. Witches have spat on lottery tickets to bring good fortune. Whatever you intend these tools for your spells and rituals, it will add powerful properties to your work. I've used blood as offerings and rituals, and it worked greatly. I uploaded, I think, 2 rituals that I've done in the more recent time. If you haven't seen them, go back and check them out. It worked amazingly. I have used just about all of these in some spell or another for my intended purpose, and they prove very useful in my own work. Spit and urine also prove useful for hexing in my experience, and a love pact between my twin flame and I we know usually twin flames will split, and at the time we were nervous about a situation that may had split us up. So through our harsh obstacles, we made it past and through it all, and we're never separated. And I made a blood bond and bind so that we wouldn't be separated. And we are still together to this day. I hope this video shed a little bit of light on using your body or someone else's as tools to help in your magic and spells. And as always, with love and light from Eerie Covenant.